all you want that boy, get more money than you can count.
What's good, guys? It's your boy G Marcus TV, back with a brand new video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I am doing a book review on Gabrielle Union's new book, You Got Anything Stronger. Now, if you haven't, definitely check out my other book reviews. Love Gabrielle Union. I loved her from a long time ago, and the fact that she's a Scorpio, had to support the book. I read the first book, which was We're Gonna Need Some More Wine. That one was a really good book also, but this one right here is like a follow-up, but this is more like chilling. The first one was more on some like, okay, I'm gonna give you a tell-all book, I'm gonna give you a story about my life, and this one is more like mixed stories. It's just like all over the place. The book basically talks about parties, times that she had in Hollywood. She talked about how she met Janet Jackson, she talked about hanging out with AJ Johnson, talked about hanging out with Bruno Mars, dancing with Bruno Mars. It was like really good laugh out loud type of stories, and I was really feeling that. Of course, guys, in this one I'm not going to every single chapter. I'm just going to the chapters that really stood out to me, that was really something. So in the first chapter, she says that she had over 8 or 9 miscarriages. Damn, that's really sad. She talks about in the book like how she was just tired of giving Dwayne, like, you know, Dwayne's her husband, Dwayne Wade. She was just tired of just giving him bad news, and it was just like, damn, I cannot give you the child that you want. But of course, Dwayne Wade already has his children. He has like 2 or 3 children outside of her. She finally addresses him having a kid outside of the relationship. She talked about that, like how she was really pissed off about that. But he tried hard to make up for it every single day. So they really got through that one, and she was really hurt because she couldn't give him a kid. So he basically went out and got a kid, knowing I'm struggling to have a kid. Really interesting thing. But she didn't really give into too much detail about it. She just basically stuck with him. Comment down below what you guys think. Would you have guys left Dwayne Wade, or would you have stayed with him? She also talked about her process, like, you know, trying to get a kid, trying to get a surrogate mom, doing all of those things, praying, trying crystals. I was like, damn, like, she said she's done everything possible. And the thing that I found very interesting in this chapter, she talks about how her doctor, like, she went to so much doctors, and so much doctors didn't give her any help, and one doctor was able to diagnose the disease that she had, adenomyosis. Now, that was something that was really blocking her and stopping her from getting pregnant. She says she went to so much freaking doctors, and none of them knew. Like, none of them took her really serious. And one visit from this doctor showed her what was causing her to have failed pregnancies. You really gotta go for a second opinion. Like, you gotta go for a 3rd, 4th, 5th sometimes. Like, damn, like, for really one freaking visit? So chapter 2, she talked more about being raped. I don't know if you guys know, but in the last book, she talked about how she was raped, working in Payless, you know, overnight, which was a really sad scene. Like, I commend her for talking about that. I don't know how the hell that she spoke about that. She goes into more details. I'm not gonna really get into that, you know, a little touchy subject. So if you guys are interested in that part, definitely read the book. But she goes in a lot about what it did to her, how it made her feel afterwards. She goes into more detail about it. She retells the story. Chapter 4, she has a chapter called Compassion of Strippers. Now in this one, she goes hard for strippers, talking about how strippers can make your day a good day. Yo, shout out to her. Gabrielle Union is that girl, is just like, she's like that tomboy, but a girly girl at the same time that you want to hang with. Like, even if you're not screwing her, even if you're not, you know, gonna hit. So she talks about how she went to Magic City because she wanted to feel better. She was going through a little something, and it made her feel better, meeting the strippers, getting lap dances. Female stripper, guys. Female strippers, not guy strippers. I f***s with her for that. So chapter 7, which is freshman orientation, she ends up f***ing around with this guy that she just met. She wasn't even inside the freaking school yet. She started messing around with this guy. So after messing around with him, the guy just says, yo, do not nobody your freshman year because you will get caught in a scandal. Of course, she did not listen to that. She did whatever she wanted to do, and that's something I love about Gabrielle Union. She says this a lot in her first book. She does not give a fuck. She will whoever she wants to. She does not care. That is my Scorpio woman. Like, yo, you gotta love a Scorpio woman. They don't give a. Comment down below if you're a Scorpio. She even gave advice to girls out there that was like, yo, who you wanna have as much fun as you want to have. She even gives a funny story about how a guy she was dealing with, like his girlfriend or ex-girlfriend, found out about them and started stalking her. It's a really crazy story. Chapter 8, the audacity of aging. She talks a lot about basically her and Dwayne being 10 years apart from each other. Like, that was a very interesting thing. Like, how it was just like they just made jokes about each other's ages all the time. How basically she just felt like the old woman with the young guy. She said that how her body was changing non-stop while she was with Wade. She started getting the gray hairs. That gotta be something. You getting older and older and that person is just young. That had to be something. I wouldn't feel no way about it. And Dwayne Wade is a funny quote, is a good quote in this chapter. Father time is undefeated, which is true. You're gonna get old. We're all gonna get old. You young guys out there, young girls out there watching this, you're gonna get old. So enjoy your youth. Take 1,000 pictures, take 1,000 videos. Yo, enjoy your youth while you can. My favorite chapter in the book is chapter 13, where she's talking about Thanksgiving, her Thanksgiving dinner. And this one, it was very interesting because she talked about how she's a collector of people. She likes people, she likes to collect people. She said this was around the time when her and Dwayne, they were like really fresh. They was gonna have like a Thanksgiving dinner with her family and friends, and her job was to get the liquor. So she talks about this liquor called Lemoncello. Comment down below if you had Lemoncello before. I got that the next day. I've not had it yet, but I'm definitely gonna try that. It's also about Lemoncello, which basically ruined up Thanksgiving, like a really messed up Thanksgiving for them. It was a really funny, cool story. Everybody was drinking on it, like, because Lemoncello, that is a liqueur. It's not really actually a drink. You're supposed to have like a little bit of it, not a lot, but they drunk it like it was actually liquor. What they did was they got it from the store and they put it in the freezer. Dan Vito talked about how the next day he went to go film something and he was still hungover from it. So she's like, all right, I gotta get this. So she got it, she put it in the freezer, and it turns into a lemon slushy. She had it and things got up. Family members, friends, everything went bad. It was a really interesting, funny story. I was really feeling the story. At the time, Dwayne Wade wasn't really drinking. It's just like he wanted her to just have 2 drinks and that's it. So she, being who she is, Scorpio woman, her friends used to sneak her the drinks underneath the table. She would still sneak her drinks. Chapter number 15, Dear Isis. This is her character from Bring It On. I have not seen that movie yet. Comment down below, guys, if you guys think that Bring It On is a good movie. She talked about how, like, the person who was writing it was a white woman, and she was like, yo, this character, this is not how she would talk. Like, this is not how a girl from here would talk. Like, come on now. So she said the writer let her rewrite the character, and the way she talked, the way she carried herself, rewrite the whole shit. So I was like, wow, that's very interesting. She fought for it, and she's basically talking, like, in this chapter, it's like she's writing a letter to this girl, like how, oh, I made you this, I made you that, how she made her character, and she was very, very proud of how the character came out. So I was like, okay, that's a very interesting thing. You gotta really fight for your creatives, and that's something with Scorpios. They fight for what they believe in. They really fight for it. It's like Scorpios want things a certain way. Zodiac video coming soon, guys. Also in this chapter, she talked a lot about how she used to judge black people. Like, I was just like, interesting. She said that things like watermelon eating contests was like, she was really against certain things like that because she felt like it made black people look a certain way. But overall in this book, she talks a lot about uplifting black people. She loves black people. After this chapter, things for me just kind of got a little dry. I don't know, like, it got really dry to me. It wasn't really feeling it too much because I felt like it was just one of those things, like, she's just writing. It's just one of those things, like, I'm just feeling it. She wasn't saying the wrong things because she was talking about being creative, ideas. She was talking about the slavery. I'm like, wait a minute, what? You got anything stronger? Why are we talking about slavery in this book? Like, it was very interesting. I'm like, okay, you went from talking about pregnancies, stories, Dancing with Bruno Mars and things like that, but now you're talking about slavery, now you're talking about blacks. So it's like, she did say at the beginning that she wrote this book during the quarantine. I would say overall, I liked the book. It was a really, really good book. It was entertaining. I just didn't like how it ended off. I didn't like the last 4 chapters. I would give it 3.5 stars out of 5. It took me like probably a month to finish this book, but it was definitely worth every single read. I had a really great time. Comment down below if you're gonna get this book. Comment down below if you got this book and tell me what you think about it. Let me know what you think about this review. I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching me. Thank you guys for supporting me. Make sure you guys hit that notification bell. And I'll be back with a brand new video every single freaking week. It's your boy G Marcus TV signing off.
Got it. That's a wrap.